ॐ भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो 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 भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिं भवतीर्नैष्टिकी
भक्तिं भवति नैष्टिकी।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकीनन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, text number 48. 2748. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. Please repeat the sloga begin me. Sadhryaṅ niyamya yatayo yama-karta-hetim.
sadhryaṅ yatayo yama-karta-hetim.
jahyuḥ svarāḍ iva nipāna-khanitram indraḥ.
jahyuḥ svarāḍ iva nipāna-khanitram indraḥ.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat begin me. Sadhryak.
sadhryaṅ.
Artificial mental speculation or meditation.
Artificial mental speculation or meditation.
Niyamya.
Niyamya.
Controlling. Yatayaḥ.
Yatayaḥ.
The mystics.
The mystics.
Yama-karta-hetim.
Yama-karta-hetim.
The process of spiritual culture.
The process of spiritual culture.
Jahyuḥ.
Jahyuḥ.
Or given up.
Or given up.
Svarāḍ.
Svarāḍ.
Fully independent.
Fully independent.
Iva. As. Nipāna. Well. Khanitram. Trouble for digging. Indraḥ. The controlling demigod. Supplying rains. Translation and purport by Sri English Abhay Charna of the E.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat begin me. In such a transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of the mind, mental speculation, or meditation, as performed by the jñānīs and yogīs. One gives up such processes as the heavenly king, Indra, forgoes the trouble of digging a well. Purport. A poor man in want of water digs a well and undertakes the trouble of digging. Similarly, those who are poor in transcendental realization speculate on the mind or meditate by controlling the senses. But they do not know that Such control of the senses and achievement of spiritual perfection are simultaneously made possible as soon as one is factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Person, the Personality of Godhead. It is for this reason that the great liberated souls also desire to be associated in hearing and chanting the activities of the Lord. The example of Indra is very appropriate in this connection. King Indra of heaven, in the controlling deity or demigod, for arranging clouds and supplying rains in the universe, and as such, he does not have to take the trouble to dig a well for his personal water supply. For him, digging a well for a water supply is simply ludicrous. Similarly, those who are factually engaged in the loving service of the Lord have attained the ultimate goal of life, and for them, there is no need of mental speculation to find out the true nature of the God or his activities. Nor do such devotees have to meditate upon the imaginary or real identity of the Lord, because they are factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The Lord's pure devotees have already achieved the results of mental speculation and meditation. The real perfection of life is, therefore, to be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnanāñjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharne Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashashate Shatarvartarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So this is the continuation of Brahma and Narada discussion. So the previous sloka, we discussed the various qualities of the Supreme Lord and the person who is under the guidance of a spiritual master, if he, one of a spiritual master, if we engage in the service of the Supreme Lord, there is nothing better than that to achieve and nothing more than to achieve in this material world. So that is the topmost thing, and which is going to be eternal for us also. So the spirit soul, we are all the spirit souls. When a person understands that we are all the spirit souls and we are all not independent, we are not here to enjoy anything in this material world. We are here to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead and go back to Godhead and continue the service there. Actually, it is called Swadharma. So, what is our Swadharma is to serve the Supreme Lord is our Swadharma, either in this material world or in the spiritual world. That is our Swadharma. But when a living entity come to this material world, because of this material contamination, we are forgetting our Swadharma as well as the limited independence provided by the Lord to take the decision. So in that, what we are doing, we are trying to enjoy this material world with the independence. So that means whatever the Lord provide the independent to us and choice, because we can choose whether we can go this direction or that direction, anything we can choose. So that independence not given to us. Because of that independence, sometimes we will take the spiritual India path of transcendental loving service towards the Lord. Sometimes for most of the living entities, it is taking you to the path of sense gratification. So that is the design of this material world. Also, the time, currently the Kaliva is going on. The Kaliva, it will be like that only. So most of the living entities are forget their roots and forget their Swadharma. So because of that reason only, we are trying to enjoy this material world as much as we want to gratify our senses. Because of and what is the basic reason for that? One is lack of taste and lack of taste in the path of devotional, like spiritual activities. And another one is there is a lot of attraction towards the material things around us. Because of that, We are unable to understand what is the purpose of life. We are digging our own well and we are falling into that using because of our senses. And but there are many institutions we are seeing that they are teaching us the meditation. So you come here, we'll teach you meditation. You can transcendental, you will get into the transcendental bliss. You will feel like that. There are so many advertisements and clever words they are speaking. So because of that, people are going and fall prey into that kind of mental speculation also. Artificial way of controlling the mind. They are thinking that meditation is possible in this Kali Yuga. But as per the scriptures, as per the Vedas, Kali Yuga, it is not possible to control the mind. And it is well said by Arjuna also in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita 6.34, Arjuna is saying, Sanchalam hi manaha Krishna Brahmati balavadradham tasyagam nigraham manye vayur yivasu duskaram. So what Arjuna is saying in this, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong. O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So controlling the wind is it that is possible? Arjuna is saying that we can even we can control this wind, whatever the wind is going on, we can control that, but our mind cannot be controlled. Our mind is the quality is what he is saying, that mind is restless, it is always turbulent, obstinate, and it is very strong. Yes, what is our driving force is our mind. When if you consider this, our body as a vehicle, our senses are the horses. Though we can imagine the Bhagavad Gita, the front page. Arjuna, he was in the Ratha and Krishna was riding the Ratha. So if you illustrate that as a compare with our body, then Ratha is our body and our senses are like the horses. And the ropes which are connected with the senses, that is our mind. And who is holding the rope? Krishna holding the rope. The Krishna is the intelligence. The Krishna is representation of the intelligence. And the person who is sitting in the chariot, that is Arjuna, that is our soul. So our soul is there in this body, and our intelligence is holding the ropes, which is mind, and the horses are our senses. So if you apply the intelligence properly, then what we can do? We can control, we can hold the senses will be in our hold. If you are using our intelligence properly. If you are not know how to hold the ropes, then what will happen? For example, now we may not able to imagine the chariot and all. The current trend, we can say that it is a car. If the driver who is sitting there, if you apply his intelligence and the controls are there, brake is there, auxiliary accelerator is there, clutch is there, and gear is there, and steering is there. There are 5 parts are there. If he is using these 5 parts, these are the 5 senses we can consider. If we are using these five things properly, he can drive the vehicle properly. And also he need to use his intelligence. If somebody coming in between, then we need to apply the brake. If there is an empty place, we can go speed. And if there is a signal, we have to stop. That understanding when it will come, only the intelligence has that. In the intelligence, our intelligence will tell that, okay, there is a signal is going to come, so you need to reduce. Signal is coming, reduce the speed. And there is somebody going, apply the horn. So these are all the kind of understanding the driver should have. So when it will come, the driver can understand when he use this intelligence and when he know how to drive, then the car will go smoothly. If the person not know how to use this steering, how to use this brake, when to use this clutch, when to use this gear, if the person sitting in that position, even though everything is there, all the parts are there, everything, he can also, the vehicle can move. But if the person not know how to drive, then what will happen? Then definitely he will meet an accident. He will meet an accident. So this is the way our body also is like that only. If we are know how to control all these senses, how to use all these senses, it is not necessary to control. So we are keeping we are purchasing a car. Now the cars are coming in that lakhs of rupees. We are spending a lakhs of rupees in the car, and we cannot keep the car in a room and we can do the puja. So we have to use the car, right? Similarly, the body is given to us as a vehicle. So this need to be used for what? If you are using a car, if you are using the car in the muddy place or in the watery place, is a full of muddy. If you are driving the car, what will happen? The car won't go, it will stuck here and there. But if it is a smooth road, if you drive the car in the national highway, then it will go smooth, very smoothly. And even you should know the driving, how to control all these things. Then it will go smoothly. So the path, the muddy way and the smooth path, there are two different paths. So similarly, our life also, we have the muddy path, which is enjoying this material world, and the smooth path, which is serve the Supreme Lord. Through that, we can enjoy the life. It is not that the person who is in the who is in the material world, materially can enjoy. Only the materialistic person can only enjoy this material world. It is not necessary. The person who is in the devotional service also, he can enjoy through by serving the Lord. So the happiness, whatever we are getting from this material enjoyment, which is temporary, and we will forget that. But the happiness, whatever we are getting in this devotional service, which is eternal, and it is increasing by day and by day by day, day by day, day by day. For example, if you going for your movie, you need to spend the money, you need to spend our time, you need to spend our energy. Then you need to sit for 3 hours. Then you are imagining yourself, you are dancing in the place of hero and heroine, and we are enjoying for three hours a movie in the theater. But once we come out, we will come into the reality. What is that? What happened to us? We may enjoy it that 3 hours, but once we come out, the reality is we spent money, we spent our time, we wasted our time there. There is nothing because the enjoyment is over there. There is a temporary enjoyment. We cannot release the enjoyment lifelong. There are so many movies are coming and going. Thousands of movies we saw. How many movies we are remembering in our mind? Sometimes we will get bored also. We will sleep in the theater also. That is happening in the materialistic way of enjoyment. But in the spiritual way, when you take the spiritual path, the enjoyment by serving the Supreme Lord and acting for the Supreme Lord, that will give more immense pleasure there. So that is the reason our acharyas are, say, they are dedicated their life, entire life. We are not dedicated fully. We are dedicated most of the time for our family and our well-being, and very little time we spend is dedicated for the devotional activities. But our acharyas, why they dedicated their life completely? Because they understood the purpose of life, and they understood this is the swadharma. Serving the Supreme Lord is my swadharma. That is going to happen. I'm going to continue the same thing even in the spiritual world also. That is the reason they are continued that. They in this life itself, they realized that this is my service. So they many of our acharyas, we can see, they didn't get married. They were remained brahmachari. They took the sannyasa. They fully dedicated themselves for the service of the Supreme Lord. And in this sloka, today's sloka, Brahma, he was explaining that a poor person, if he want, what he need to do? He need to dig a well. Then you need to take the trouble to dig a well to get the water. And he is comparing that person with Indra. Suppose Indra wanted the water. Who is the controller of the rain? Varuna. Who is the master of Varuna? Then Indra no need to get into that trouble to dig a well, like this poor man. Why? Because he is already aligned with the rain, the Varuna. So he no need to, for water, he automatically he will get. He no need to go to the go and take a trouble of digging a well, digging a trouble. So that's the reason. Then a person who is in the middle speculation, like a yogis and jñānīs, they need to take a trouble. What is the trouble they need to take? They will go to the Himalayas. They need to find a secluded place and they need to sit over there and they need to meditate upon something. They will say that you meditate upon the, can take your concentration towards your eyebrows, in between your eyebrows, and otherwise to see the light and concentrate on a particular light and say Om, concentrate on that sound. Something like that. Artificially, we are trying to concentrate on the particular thing. But how long that concentrated can be done? Because in the Kali Yuga, it is not possible to keep one place of concentration always our mind. That is the reason it is Kali Yuga, it is mentioned that you don't want, you cannot do this in the all this meditation and all this, you cannot practice like a yogis and jñānīs. Because that was possible in the previous yugas, not for the Kali Yuga. So what we have to do? We have to do the devotion. If you enter the devotional activities, if you do the devotional service to the Supreme Lord, what is happening? Already, that's what Prabhupada is explaining, that a person who is engaged in the devotional activities, devotional service of the Supreme Lord, he already achieved all those things, What is the things? Already his mind is controlled. And he is focusing how can he serve the Lord. He not in the mood of enjoying mode. He is in that, how can I serve the Lord? How can I make the Lord happy? How can I make my Acharya happy? So that is the way it is happening. That is the way our spiritual activities will take it in the progressive way. So that is the reason and also the other artificial way of controlling the mind and mental speculation and meditation, it is all are failing in this material world. There may be one or two persons who are saying themselves as a guru, so-called gurus. They may have their understand, they may have the little pleasure they got from that and they are trying to teach the same thing. But it is not necessary the person who is following the same instruction also having got the same understanding, that the same way of uh, pleasure he will get through doing the meditation and the mental mind, controlling the mind. So in Kali Yuga, it is not possible to control the mind as specified by Arjuna. So how can we control, then what to do for the control of the mind? To control the mind, we have to engage our mind, our senses in the service of the Supreme Lord. So senses cannot be controlled. So you cannot say I'm not going to see anything. I will close my eyes always. I'm not going to hear anything. I will close my ears. I will not going to speak anything. I will close my mouth. I'm not going to smell anything. I will close my nose. Is it possible always be close all the senses and be quiet? And I'm going to concentrate on the Supreme Lord. I'm going to concentrate on something else. It is not possible because it is all of our indriyas are open. All of our senses are open. So we have whatever the sound surrounding us, it will come automatically. Whatever the seeing outside, if something is going in front of us, immediately we cannot concentrate on that. Even Vishwamitra, when he was in the meditation of 10,000 years, after hearing a sound of a bangle bell of a Ramba, what happened? Ramba or Urvasi, what happened? He lost his meditation. 10,000 years tapasya, whatever he did, just hearing that sound, he got disturbed. He got agitated. And he left his 10,000 years tapasya, he went behind her. So that is the way the yogis and jñānīs who are trying to control their mind. We can see they are great jñānīs, great yogis, there is a failure in that. But the person who took up the service of the Supreme Lord as his whole and soul, for him, there is no failure at all. because all his senses are properly engaged in the service. He is not controlling his senses. He is engaging his senses in the all the service of the Supreme Lord. That is the reason our senses are, since our senses are from the moved from the lower taste to the higher taste, the enjoyment is happening more and more. And that is our Swadharma also. That is our serving others is our quality. And serving instead of other living beings or other human being, serving the Supreme Lord is the topmost understanding, topmost consciousness the person is having. So currently in the material world, we are seeing many people are purchasing a dog, cat, pet animals, and they are serving that animals. They are not understanding that they became a servant of your dog. The morning you can see, go out, if you see that there are so many people are holding the dog, and they are thinking that they are keeping a foreign dog, and they are walking on the road. So, but what is the reality? They may become a Ambani or Adani, they are becoming a crorepati, but what they are doing originally, because of their less intelligence, they are becoming a servant of a dog or servant of a cat. So it is very apathetic situation in this material world. Even though people are having so much of opulences, they don't have the proper understanding. They are going behind such kind of nonsense activities to serving the animals. So our Swadharma is serving the Supreme Lord. So the intelligent person, he won't attracted by all these dogs, cats, and all. The love of the Godhead. Because why the people are going behind these animals? Because they are alone and they are not getting the proper love, love and care from their family members or who are surrounding them. Because of that, they wanted to get at least from these animals. That is the reason they are mentally affected people. They are going behind such animals, and they don't have the intelligence to understand what is their position. But the devotees, they should have the understanding that when we are giving the love towards the Supreme Lord, more than 100 times love will reciprocate by the Supreme Lord towards us. Whatever love we are developing towards the Supreme Lord, 100 times it will reciprocate by the Supreme Lord towards us. So that is the reason we need to develop love towards the Supreme Lord. So how can we develop the love towards the Supreme Lord? By chanting the holy name of the Lord, by hearing about the Supreme Lord, his activities, by serving the Supreme Lord through by preaching or through Archa Vigraha Aradhana and through preparing prasadam for them and cleaning the temple. There are so many activities are there. According to our mood, we can take up, according to our quality, we can take up any such service and we can serve the Supreme Lord. Even in this lifetime also. If the person who is serving the Supreme Lord, even in this lifetime, he is already liberated. That's what Krishna is. Sorry, that's what Prabhupada is saying. That person is a liberated souls. He no need to think, no need to speculate anything like this mental speculation, controlling the mind, meditation, not needed, because he already properly engaged in his Swadharma, which is the serving the Supreme Lord. So already engaged. So no need of think anything beyond that. So serving the Supreme Lord is the topmost understanding, and there's a proper understanding and get into the path of ritual activities. So today's sloka, Brahma was giving the example of a person, the example of Indra. He no need to dig a well to get the water because he already connected with the Varuna. So he can directly get the water from him. Similarly, we don't want to speculate or mental speculation. We don't want to think anything to understand the Supreme Lord because we already engage in the service of the Supreme Lord. So no need of do any artificial of controlling the mind and controlling the speculation, do the any speculation or do the meditation. It is not needed. That's what explained by Brahma in this sloka. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.